Okay, so right now there are two types of people that I'm speaking to right now, right? I'm speaking to two types of people. Now, the first people that I'm speaking to, right? I'm speaking to the people who you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You just asked a question or you just had a request and people got you tied up and pissed off and it's like they're getting mad at you or they're catching an attitude with you and you're like, yo, what the hell is going, what did I do? One, yeah, like I told you in an earlier video, you have to make sure that that anger that you feel belongs to you and doesn't belong to someone else. You need a muscle test. That's one. Two, even if you don't know how to muscle test and you know for a fact, I didn't do shit to this person. I just asked for something and I don't understand, but you know that they're going through a lot of stuff right now in their life. Just chalk it up. You got to chalk it up to the game. You got to chalk it up to the game. You got to chalk it up to that, to, they're going through a lot, and sometimes people who are going through stuff won't be like you because you'll be like, well, if I was going through that, I wouldn't be that way. That's why you're not going through it. They're going through it. That's a test that they're going through, and it's not something that you can solve for them. And you wrapping yourself up and being engaged in a situation where you know that you didn't do anything and you didn't ask for anything crazy, kick rocks. Like, just let it go. Leave it where it is. You understand? Now, if you're friends with that person and you care about that person, you'd be like, hey, are you okay? You're kind of like not yourself right now. That's if you care about the person. If you don't care about the person and you're indifferent to whatever's going on, don't take it on. Don't, someone told me that years ago. Don't take it on. Don't take on someone else's struggle, someone else's lessons, because there's a lesson that that person's supposed to learn in the struggle, but instead of them learning the lesson in the struggle, they're either complaining, blaming, or projecting. You know, you can't blame people for what you're going through. You can't, at some point, like, and for myself included, at some point you got to stop blaming your mother. You understand? At some point you got to stop blaming your father. At some point you got to stop blaming people for why you're going through what you're going through, and they need to understand that. So that brings me to the other people. Now, the other people that I'm talking to the people who are doing this shit. Yo, ain't nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody asked you to do anything out of the ordinary that's crazy. They ask you for just one little thing. Just because you're going through something does not give you license to be a bad person. It doesn't give you license to treat people poorly. Just because you are having an experience in your life right now that does not suit what you want does not give you the right to treat people like they owe you something, or that their feelings do not matter. That's crazy. You understand? You're sitting here, going through whatever you're going through. Learn the lesson. How about that? How about you learn the lesson of why you're going through what you're going through, instead of acting like it's everyone else's fault. It can't be everyone else's fault when it's happening to you. You need to figure out why it's happening to you, and tighten up. This stuff about you projecting your anger and your frustration about your life onto other people who don't even deserve it, you need to be ashamed of yourself. You got to be ashamed of yourself. And if you're not, you should be, because it's like, it's not that person's fault that you're going through what you're going through. It's not that person's fault that you made the choices that you made. It's not that person's fault that you are stuck in a situation that you feel that you can't get out of, so you're going to just be a jerk to everyone. That's not okay. And I'm here speaking for the people that you're doing it to. They're trying their best to work around your shit, work around what's going on with you. They're trying to show you support. They're trying to be there for you. And you just act like that's nothing. You lucky people stand beside you. Someone standing beside you because they care about you is something that you can't buy. You understand? And then you sitting here and you don't fucking appreciate it. You get what you get. And another thing, you cannot expect to come out of a bad situation if you treat people poorly. You are just going to keep going round and around and around and around that mountain, because you're supposed to learn a lesson from what you're going through. The lesson isn't to treat the people around you that's treating you either even keeled or treating you well like shit. You should be ashamed of yourself. And if you are a person that is dealing with someone who is repeatedly abusing you because they say that they're sick or that they got something going on, or if that they're having a bad time, you need to figure out if it's time for you to go. Muscle test that shit. Is it time for me to get out of this relationship? Or should I put a pause on this relationship? Because this is not a good relationship for me. Do you understand? You, at the end of the day, is responsible for you. Just because they're going through something does not mean that you need to be their punching bag or anything else. I've been in that situation. It's not fun. And I abandoned myself time and time again, going, oh, but I need to understand this is what they're going through. No, because I've gone through shit. I've gone through really bad stuff. And what did I do? I isolated myself. I kept my blast radius very small. Do you understand? I made sure that I didn't project out what I was going through. Half the stuff that I went through, you can't even notice that I went through it, or half the people don't even notice I was going through it, because I kept them at a distance. When especially the days that I couldn't handle shit, I took off. Stop using your illness, your sickness, whatever you're going through financially. Stop using that as an excuse to be a bad person. You need to suck it up, do what you're supposed to do, and move on. And if you're stuck in a relationship like that, stop making excuses for them and move on. All right? Stay blessed. Deuces and a moat.